What's up, y'all? It's RShawnLaw back with another video, and right now I want to talk about reality versus your dream world. Alright, so reality, of course, has to do with when you first wake up, the world that you live in, the world that you experience as soon as you come up out of your sleep. You know what I'm saying? And that's mostly dealing with the left part of your brain, the logic, when it comes down to logic, because for the most part, that's how the majority of this world is set up. They want you focusing more on the logic rather than focusing more on your right brain, which has to do with your subconscious, your creativity, you know what I'm saying, how good you can create. When you go to sleep into your dream world, that's dealing with your subconscious, because in the dream world you're not really using too much logic. You feel me? It's more about what you resonate with, the things that you're creative with, what correlates to your spirit and your soul, and the deep thoughts that you have in the back of your head. When you drift off into the dream world, this is you entering actuality, because when you wake up, this is just reality. The dream world pretty much is showing you where you're at esoterically. It all correlates with your spirit and your state of being and the things that you resonate deep down within you. And like I said, it's like this world mostly have y'all focused on using y'all logic, such as, oh, I need to apply myself to this job because logically that's all you know, rather than using your right side of your brain and being creative and being able to make a living off the things that you create with your spirit. So they would rather you to go get a regular 9 to 5 rather than tapping into your own self, your own energy, and meditating and figuring out your gift on why you're really here and what's your sole purpose on what you need to be doing here. You feel me? They all want y'all to be distracted so that way y'all can go along with the plans that they already have set up. Reality has to do with the world that you wake up to. And when you go off into your dream world, that's dealing with your subconscious. Whatever you experience throughout the day, your brain is going to try to use that to correlate some sort of message to you spiritually to try to get you on track or show you where you're at esoterically, or perhaps try to warn you of a pattern that may happen in your life for the next time that you wake up, right? And when it comes down to decoding your dreams, you mainly want to pay attention to the feelings, the emotions, and the energy. So for an example, let's say you're having a dream where you're just out in public at some store and a random guy just come up to your car, to the window, pull out a gun, and go to shoot it. And as soon as he shoot it, you wake up, right? What you want to do is pay attention to how you felt, because I'm pretty sure you probably felt like, oh, I need to get up out of this situation, right? And depending on how spiritually strong you are, depending on how good you can control your subconscious, that'll determine the reactions on how you act upon that. But for the most part, you want to pay attention to the feelings and the emotions, because if you have some sort of dream like this, that's your soul and your spirit pretty much telling you esoterically you might need to check yourself on what you're doing. You may need to slow down, or you might get triggered to do something that you need to be doing within your life, such as your sole purpose. So you may experience something like that whenever you wake up and go on about your day, because it all comes down to feelings, the emotions, and overall the energy behind it. Like I said, when you go to dream, you're dealing with the right part of your brain. You're not using your hands. You're not using your feet physically. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that mentally. And the more strong that you are when it comes to being creative and all that, the more you're going to be able to control your dreams. And it's just that simple. But like I said, this world is set up to where they want you to go get a 9 to 5 rather than sitting down and creating from the heart. If you constantly having nightmares and stuff, then that means that you feel like you don't really have that much control over your life. That means that deep down you have some sort of fear that you're not facing up front and letting go of. And esoterically, that's the state of being that you're in. That's what you're resonating with on the deep part of your subconscious. It ain't no hiding from it. You may as well go ahead and face it right up front. It's like we're all here to learn something new, so that way we can incarnate into a bigger vessel, perhaps, hopefully. But I'm gonna let you know that the key is to get your conscious and your subconscious and to be able to bring it together to where they intertwine, to the point to where when you wake up, you doing the same thing that you was doing in your dream. Or when you doze off and go into your dream world, you doing the same thing that you doing here. You feel me? That's the key. The key is to combine both to where when you go to sleep, you doing the same thing. When you wake up, you doing the same thing. You got control of both worlds. Plain and simple. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about when it comes down to your reality and your dream world. But it's RShawnLaw back with another video. And if you haven't already, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe for more content. But peace, man. Stay up.